Time.
All right.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Learn the way of the heathen. You know what I'm saying? Find out what they into. You get into it too. They have rave parties and take drugs and play, house music and you pop pills with them.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
You know what I'm saying? You see the Arabs and their religion, how they pray 5 times a day. You understand? And the women cover their heads up, and to you they got great discipline. So you like, hey man, I'm gonna raise my family like that.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Right, man. You see these white folks in church putting on like they nice suits and sitting in the pews and having that corny choir music. And you feel like you want to raise your family according to how you see them living, you know what I'm saying, and take them on as a model for your family.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
You feel like you want to celebrate Christmas, you know what I'm saying, Easter, you know what I'm saying, Thanksgiving, you know what I mean, July 4th, Independence Day. You understand? You want to celebrate Mother's Day, Father's Day. You want to celebrate your birthday. You understand? You want to take on the ways of the culture of the country that you live in.
Right.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
This is what the Lord is telling his people, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. To learn not the way of the heathen, man. Keep reading.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Right.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Right. Listen, man, just to sum it up and keep it practical. Whatever the heathen are caught up into, whatever fascinates them, whatever gets their attention, should not get our attention. We shouldn't be concerned with it. It don't pertain to us, man. You understand? In fact, give me that Romans 9:4. You know what I'm saying? What the heathens are occupied with don't pertain to us. What the heathens love, we should hate. You understand? Listen, man. Like the way this lesson came about is I'm listening, on this app called Clubhouse, and I'm listening to our people. When I say our people, I mean so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You know what I'm saying? Indigenous. You know what I'm saying? To the land. You know what I mean? The children of the slaves, man. The children of the people that suffered captivity in North and South America, man, and suffer right now. You know what I mean? Oppression right now. You understand? And in this conversation, I'm hearing our people talking about how, we need to be a light unto the Gentiles and a light unto the nations, and how we have to prepare the heathens for Christ's return. And it vexed my spirit, man. It vexed my soul. Because in that moment, I realized that there's only 2 groups of people when it comes to blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. It's those who have brotherhood and those who do not have brotherhood, man. It's those that love their people and those that love the other nations, man.
Right.
You understand? They think they feel like because they misinterpret the writings of Paul. You understand? They misinterpret and they don't have an understanding of, what I'm saying, what a Gentile is. You understand? So they make that word Gentile mean a nation or an ethnicity. You understand? When a Gentile is not a Gentile is not any particular people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you read in the Zondervan dictionary, it lets you know that in most cases it's a non-Israelite, which means that an Israelite could be referred to as a Gentile.
Right.
But they take these scriptures that Paul wrote because Paul was well versed in the law. You understand? And he was so versed in the law, he wouldn't take the time to make distinctions between things because he spoke as though to those as to them that knew the law. You understand? For an example, you understand, like if I say to my brethren right here, man, hey, I'm about to order a pepperoni pizza, they're not going to ask me about it being pork because we already keep the law together. We already know that we don't eat pork, so they already know it's going to be a substitute, turkey, you understand, beef or whatever, right? So now somebody who doesn't know us, who doesn't know how we live, they may think it's going to be pork on the pizza. But amongst the brethren, we know because we know those who we labor amongst. You understand? But like Peter warned, because you don't understand Paul's writings. You wrestle with what he wrote in his scriptures unto your own destruction, man.
Right.
And what is this destruction, man? The scriptures say that our people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. This destruction is our love going to the other nations, man. Because who you love is who you're going to serve. And you have something, please?
And if I may, priest, what you bringing out as heavy is because we will follow in the way of these heathens, all their cultures, all their ways, and we try to mimic what they do. But it's one thing that we won't do that they do, and that is hate the ones that hate us.
Right.
Or separate ourselves from the ones who hate us.
Right.
These other nations, they gather together. They don't gather with us. You don't see no Africans gathering with us.
Right.
You don't see no Arabs gathering with us. You don't see no East Indians gathering with us. They gather with themselves. They gather with their own nation. But instead of us gathering with our own nation, we'll follow every way that they have except that way of gathering with our own people.
Right.
And now it's time that we gather with our own people, because what we have to realize is these other nations do not give a damn about us.
Right.
We've been in slavery over 500 years. What African have you seen that has come and tried to sit down and talk to a president about saving us out of this captivity? None. It's not going to exist, because all these nations, they have came together with one consent to destroy us.
Right.
That was their job. That was their objective. It was to destroy us. But we continue to try to love them when they don't show us a damn ounce of love.
Right.
So it's time for us to start taking our love back from every other nation and giving it to our own people.
Right.
Because that's what they do. So if we want to mimic these other nations and be like these other nations, let's take that from them.
Right.
And let's learn that from them, how to love your own people.
Right.
And let's do that.
Right.
Salaki, please.
Man, you brought that out, man. Ain't no salaki required for that. You know what I mean? Hey, give me Matthew 23 and 11. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Brotherhood is love, man. You know what I'm saying? And love is service to your people. So if you're giving your brotherhood to the people that hate you, you're giving your service to them.
Right.
And an indirect result or a direct result is going to be you betraying your own people, man. Right. Because the agenda of these other nations, man, like the mighty priest brought out, is to remove us from being a nation.
Right.
I mean, what does being a nation mean, man? It's having self-determination. It's being able to police yourselves, being able to dictate your culture and how you live, man. You understand? Like we know in Chinatown or in those Jewish communities, we don't really hear about crime happening in Asian communities, like robberies in Asian communities, like in Chinatown or murders. You think it doesn't happen? Of course it happens. But the police, the oppressor, the white man, he ain't the first to go into that community. Why? Because they have set up a network to where they police themselves, man. But let it be a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, man. You're going to have a situation like George Floyd with the knee on your neck for over 8 minutes and 40 seconds, man. Because we don't function as a nation. And the reason why is because we give our love and our service to the people that hate us, man. You got that? So like, go ahead, priest.
No, real quick, and another thing, like you said, what does it take, to become a nation? The most important thing is having the power to protect yourself from these other nations.
Damn right.
You understand?
Goddamn right.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 11.
Right.
But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant.
Right. So in our culture, man, the strongest person, the person with the most strength, the most wisdom, the most understanding, he serves the people.
Right.
Amongst these heathens, they live off of the weak, man. Right. You understand? They take the resources of the weak. Like, think about this, man. A sister that's on welfare getting taxed. That doesn't even make sense, man. She needs welfare because whatever she's earning is not sufficient for her to take care of her family, and they tax the very benefit that they're giving her because she's poor. The white man is the goddamn devil that the Bible speaks of, man.
That's right.
You understand? That's a policy that a devil would create, man. But this is what Christ is saying. Read again.
But he that is greatest among you shall be your servant.
Right. The greatest amongst us is here to serve the people, to give their time and love and effort and resources to the people, man. You understand? But what's going on right now here is we're giving our time and our love and our efforts to the people who want to destroy us, man. Because we feel like it has to be, a kumbaya situation. That we, it's not good to operate in hate, man. You got to operate in love, man. You won't get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? In this life of hating white people. Let me ask y'all a question, man. Why do you think people say that? Why do you think our people say that? Do you really think it's because they're dealing with love? Like they really feel like God loves everybody and they want to give love? Do you think that's the root motivation of why they talk like that? I'm going to tell you why, man. It's because they're selfish, man. Because they know that their success in this kingdom, in order for them to get the crumbs that come in this hell, they gotta bow down, man. They gotta kowtow, man. They gotta put their head down and not look their enemy in the eye and reveal his shame and tell him about his crimes, man. Because then they're gonna lose that job. I can't grow my beard out, have my braids, and go into that job and keep my integrity. You know what I'm saying? Keep my head up. You know what I'm saying? And look him in his eye, and let him know he's the devil, and still get a check.
Right.
That's what they afraid of, man. They don't love. Listen, man. When you hear these Negroes or what I'm saying, Hispanics, Native Indians talking about you have to love the white man or can the white man be saved? They are thinking about their meal ticket, man. They're thinking about, man, I can't be on the corner, telling the truth because how I'm gonna feed my family. You understand? Give me Salaki, give me Luke 16:13, man. I'm gonna show you that. I'm gonna show you this, man. When Christ spoke, he knew the condition of our people. He knew what the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the elders and the chief priests, he knew what type of time they was on because the people were suffering, man. Listen, while the Pharisees and Sadducees were in charge, the people had demons on them, man. The people had palsy and various diseases, man. And nobody was coming to help them and deal with them. And when Christ got on the scene, his first mission was brotherhood, man. His first mission was to go to the oppressed, to go to the people who were suffering under this Roman oppression and go give them what they needed. All right. And that puts the situation of the Syrophoenician white woman in context when she came and asked for her daughter to be healed. What Christ said and why he responded. And we're going to get to that. But it puts it in context because you have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians under white oppression, just like how we are now here in America, suffering. And you got the religious elite, like how we have right now, your Creflo Dollars, your T.D. Jakes, your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jacksons, man. You know what I'm saying? Going and making deals and politicking with our enemies to get them situated. They writing books and getting $1 million checks for the books they write and having seminars and conferences, man. You understand? Like the lawyer Ben Crump. Every time a black person gets killed unjustly, he goes and files a civil suit, you know what I'm saying, and gets the family a check. You know he's getting 40% of the payout. It could be $20 million, $6 million, eating off of the suffering and hurt of our people, man, but not healing the wound. Salaki, please go ahead.
No, Salaki, if I may, just real quick, I'm paraphrasing, but what's that precept where, Christ said he's not going to the ones who don't need to be healed. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn right.
Christ is
it's
going
the sick that need a physician.
Right, it's the sick that need a physician.
Right.
You understand? So that's why, Christ is going to the ones who need it.
Right.
Not the ones who don't need it. You understand? Salaki.
Ah, no sweat. You got that, priest? I mean, Salaki, you got that, trooper?
16:13.
Luke 16:13. Yeah, the water.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 16, verse 13. No servant can serve two masters.
Right. Like I said, brotherhood is love, and love is service. You know what I'm saying? When you operate in love, man, you're serving, man. But you can't serve two masters, man. Right. You understand? Keep reading.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
You got Christians out here, man. You got these fake Israelites that say that, we gotta take care of the white man, the Chinese man, the African man. We gotta love everybody. God loves everybody. But you can't serve and love your people, right? And then love the people who are trying to destroy and kill them.
Right.
The scriptures say that a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, man. That's being double-minded, man. For you to try to love your people and then love the people that hate your people and trying to kill your people. You understand? That doesn't even make sense, man. Listen, that's confusion. And the scriptures say that God is not the author of confusion, man. Because where there's confusion, there's every evil work. And it's an evil thing to try to have your people love the people who are murdering and destroying them, man. And call that brotherhood. That's not brotherhood, man. Christ said, love ye one another. Because we're the ones that need it. We're the ones that are destroyed. You understand? Read it again.
No servant can serve two masters.
Right.
For either he will hate the one and love the other.
Right. If you love white people, you hate your people. Listen, when the Lord said that Esau, Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated, he's showing you that he's not double-minded. You want to be like the Most High, man? You understand? The scriptures say that his thoughts are not our thoughts. His ways are not our ways. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are his thoughts higher than our thoughts and his ways higher than our ways. If you want to be like the Most High, man, it's a reason why he said, Jacob have I loved. Because you know why? He's focused. You understand? Sisters, if you went to your husband and was like, and you asked him, you said, do you love me? He says, baby, I love everybody. What type of, how you going to take that? Now, I ain't finna get into that subject. You already know what it is. But you asked him, do you love me? And his response is, baby, I love everybody. Black lives matter. Man, all lives matter. He wasn't talking about all lives. You understand? That's the spirit of that, man. You know what I mean? It's deflecting from the focus. The Lord let it be known. I love Jacob and I hate Esau. He ain't leave no confusion for us to have to figure it out. You understand? He let it be known. I love y'all. I hate them. So guess what? I love the Lord. And I love what he loves, and I hate what he hates, man.
That's right.
And the Lord loves our people. And if you say you love the Lord, we just read it in the scripture earlier. For you to love the Most High and keep his commandments, that's how we know when you love the children of God. That's how we know you love God's people, man. When your love goes to his people, to your people. Okay? Keep reading.
Or else he will hold to the one and despise the other.
Right, man. If you say you love the white man, you're gonna hold to him and despise your own people, and we see that. Right. We see our people who have reached a point of like you know what I'm saying, like where they feel like they've made it in this society. They look down on our people that's in the ghettos, in the barrios, and on the reservations, man. Our people struggling in this oppression, trying to make a way for themselves, and they want to bring judgment on them, man, knowing goddamn well that the person that they getting their check from is the cause of our people suffering in the first place, man. You understand? You're going to hold to the one because why? Your check and your career is connected to that, man. And you're going to despise your own people. That's why when you see these people on Fox News, you know what I'm saying, on these sports channels, like for instance, man, the situation with Sha'Carri Richardson, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the clubhouse room and our people are ripping her to shreds, talking about how she can't get into the Olympics now. I ain't got no mercy on her. You know what I'm saying? She smoked weed. Now listen, we don't, in Isupk, we don't condone smoking weed or taking any kind of drugs. You understand? When you're dealing with an issue, the answer is not to self-medicate unless you have a legitimate illness and that you consulted with your doctor and you've been issued out some type of medication to take, right? By a doctor. You know what I'm saying? A certified doctor, a licensed doctor. But we don't deal with self-medication, man. But at the same time, her mother had passed away. And, you know, if for any of y'all who have been in sports and dedicated your life to, you know what I mean, as an athlete, you know, that's a lot of pressure, man. You know what I mean? Whether it's you going to college and you getting looked at, you know what I mean, to join a school, or if you're in college and you about to get picked up on the NFL, that's a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? And if you haven't been taught how to manage your emotions and deal with pressure, then your first instinct is to do what? To self-medicate. Because the pain is and the weight of the burden is on your shoulders, man. You understand? So now listen, we don't condone what she did, but at the same time we have compassion because she's our people. But what did the white man do, man? They put her up on the news. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? She achieved all these high goals, blew all these records out, you know what I mean, since the 90s, like FloJo, you understand? But now she can't go to the Olympics. Let me tell you something, man. Sha'Carri Richardson going to the Olympics ain't as important as that sister getting some counseling for the pain she felt for the loss of her mother, man. You understand? Her who she is as a person comes before her talent, man.
Right.
But we think like our oppressor. You understand? We feel like our talent comes before what we're dealing with as a you know what I mean, as a person. In the ISUPK, man, we deal with counseling. We help to heal the wound of our people. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us have gone through things in our lives, man. We've lost brothers, you know what I'm saying, in the streets. Brothers of ours been shot down and killed. You know what I mean? We've lost family. You understand? Sisters have been molested, raped. These are wounds that people are carrying, and as black people, we know we don't go to therapy. We don't go nobody has come and try to like deal with our traumas. Nobody's showing us brotherhood outside of Commanding General Yohana and the ISUPK, man. You understand? To heal those sicknesses and diseases, man. To address those demons. To give our people strength to fight those demons, man. You know what I'm saying? And to restore our morality and give us back our integrity and give us back our strength, man. But what does our oppressor want? Run, nigga, run. You know what I'm saying? And to what end? Why do they want Sha'Carri Richardson over there running for those gold medals? To bring up to increase the reputation of America, man. The very country that probably took her forefathers and foremothers and had them in chains and sold them off to different plantations. That probably raped her great-great-grandmother. And now they sit as judges over our morality. Man, hell no, man. Lie, man. You understand? That's why we have to gather our people together amongst us, because we give a damn.
Right.
You understand? They don't give a damn about you, man. Was any more on that? Salakia.
Come.
Go ahead.
Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
Right, you can't serve God in riches. And when it's talking about mammon, it's talking about the unrighteous mammon. Listen, man. Whatever payout you get for being in this goddamn hell, this goddamn country, man, that's mammon. That's the unrighteous mammon, man. The true riches is brotherhood, man. You can't serve the Most High and try to get the bag at the same time, man.
Right.
You got to put the Most High first. Now, and you serving the Most High, can He give you the ability to get a bag? Yeah, that's nothing for Him. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Peter was dealing with some tax collectors and came to Christ, and Christ was like, hey, man, go to the lake and put up the first fish you see and take the gold coin out of his mouth and pay for me and you. The Most High know where the wealth is at. That ain't nothing for Him, man. All things, He created all things. He knows where He knows where it's all at. But if you chasing the bag before you chasing your people, then you already destroyed, man. You want to go ahead, priest? Get anything?
Oh no, go ahead.
Okay, no sweat, man. Give me that Proverbs 3 and 31. You know what I'm saying? Our people are like, you know, we see this, man. And you know, I don't even like to, you know, give no light to it, but you know, we see our people, man, like, cause man, listen, man, we the salt of the earth, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever we do, man, we take it up to 1,000.
Right.
We turn up with it, man. So when we do righteousness, we do it, and then everybody follows, man. You know, we're the leaders, man. We're really the leaders of the free world, even though we're on the bottom. Everybody gets their style from us. I was watching a video, man, and this brother was going around. He was asking white folks this question. He asked like 6 white people this question. He said, "What is white culture?" Man, it was so heavy, man. All of them were confounded. And I mean, he asked like white people in suits. He asked, you know, white folks on the beach, different ages. He said, "What is white culture?" They were like, "Well, white culture, I don't really know how to answer that." You understand? They couldn't give an answer. Now, one white boy, you know what I'm saying? We know the white man's the devil, but he told the truth. He said he was like, white culture. He said, really, white culture is stealing other people's culture. Rape, robbery, and pillaging other people's land. That's our culture. You understand? They only lead in showing us how to be wicked, man.
All right.
But what's happened is, man, they took the fact that we influenced the entire world and made us the leaders of wickedness, man. The scriptures call them the border of wickedness. We've taken on their ways, you understand? And now we've become the leaders in unrighteousness, man, and guiding everybody in unrighteousness.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all familiar with Lil Nas X, man. You know what I mean? But he's on the BET Awards. Good night, man. If y'all saw it, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. This boy got to be maybe 19 to 20 years old, man, and on stage just committing abominations, man, before the Most High, man. And he's an Israelite, man. You understand? He's not standing up saying, yo, learn your culture, learn your identity. He's on there doing the ways of the heathens, man, who the Lord told us to separate from, man. He's giving his love to the industry and to the culture, you understand? And now he's leading our people, our children, man, into the ways of the heathen, man. The ways that got us in this condition in the first place, man. That have us serving in this captivity, man, with the heathen ruling over us, man. You mean that Proverbs 31?
Come on.
3 and 31, Salakia.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor.
Right, man. You ain't supposed to envy the oppressor and want to be like him. Go ahead.
And choose none of his ways.
That's us being holy, man. That's us loving our people, man. You understand? You can't serve two masters, man. You can't serve the Most High and your people, man. You understand? So you can't serve the Most High and your people and serve money, man. And you desiring to love the other nations makes you a traitor to your own people, man. And it disqualifies you from being a servant of the Most High, man. Right. You understand? You got anything, priest?
Salaki, real quick, I just wanted to say, in regards to, Lil Nas X and, other Israelites, that are in that similar system. They're doing that for their place in this society.
Right.
They're doing it for the riches in this society. Right. They, instead of, coming into this and serving the Lord and following these law, statutes, and commandments, they're following and envying their oppressor.
Right.
Because they don't know about another life. Right. They don't know about serving the Lord and living.
Right.
You understand? They just know about this society. And this society, everybody wants to be on top of that social ladder.
Right.
Everybody wants the riches. You understand? And that's all they know. You understand? And so that's the path that they're following. And what we teaching, like I said, as Israelites, is we need to come back to our culture. And our culture is serving the Most High God of this Bible.
Right.
You understand? I mean, we got some of the finest brothers, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We do all kind of things, but we do it in righteousness.
Right.
We serve the Lord. And like this brother brought out, there's nothing wrong with making money. That's not what we're saying at all.
Right.
But you can't put making money in front of serving the Lord.
Right.
All right, because you're going to fail every time.
Right.
Because the Lord is the most high power. If the Lord wants you to have riches, he'll give you riches. All right? And if the Lord doesn't want you to have riches, he won't give them to you.
Right.
But again, Satan, this devil, he's the most cunning, beast of the field. You understand? And so, he does what he does to have our people follow him.
Goddamn right.
We're sitting up here following these other nations like we've been bringing out, and we need to follow our culture. And It's just plain and simple. We have to come back to our culture, because following these other cultures, the only thing that's going to lead for Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans is death.
Right.
You understand?
You know what I'm saying? And really, man, and to add on to the priest's point, man, when you desire the riches of your oppressor, when you desire his recognition, you understand, it robs you of your morality. Right. It robs you of your integrity, man.
Right.
It robs you of the love of your people. You understand? And we're gonna see a righteous example of an Israelite, of a black man who was in that position. You know what I'm saying? And what he chose. Give me Hebrews 11 and 24. You know what I mean? Really, what it does is, man, it turns you into an individual, man. Living in America, their credo is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, man. As an individual, all you can pursue, man, is the interest that further yourself, man. You know what I mean? It's the interest that push your individual agenda forward. You know what I mean? That's why, a lot of people be like, well, man, I gotta take care of my wife and my kids.
Right.
They don't have love for their people. So like I say, you desiring the riches of this of this society, their recognition, their pat on the back, it's gonna rob you of your love for your people. You can't even serve your people. Go ahead, priest.
Real quick, and that's why, we'll kill another black man, for a few dollars.
Right.
That's why we'll steal and rob from another black man, and we'll say, well, I got to get mine.
Right.
I got to come up.
Right.
It's like this priest brought out, following these other nations, makes you an individual like.
Right.
That teaches you how to be selfish.
Right.
And now you're willing to do anything just so you can have a little piece of crumbs in this society. Rape, rob, murder, pimp your own, sisters. You're willing to do anything. And that's what this nation teaches us.
Man, and what's heavy too, man, is like that individual mindset, man, is the reason why we have a 70% single mother, household in our community, man. Why 70% is single mothers raising children, because we want to be individuals. You understand? When listen, it's a known fact that as far as Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women, they outnumber us. I think it's like 4-1, 5-1. So even if let's say we ran with the whole monogamy thing and every sister got a husband, you're leaving out sisters to have no husbands at all.
Right.
And they're without protection. Their children are without protection, and they have no guidance. They just have to go and do what? Go against what the Lord said and go marry other nations? You understand? It all comes back down to having love for your people. Because if you really loved your people and you could put yourself to the side, sis, you would be like, okay, you know what? He's a good man. He treats me good. I'm sure there's another sister out there that needs protection as well, that needs a covering as well, that needs a man to guide and lead her as the way I'm being guided and led. You know what I'm saying? Being an individual, it destroys our people, because it turns us towards ourselves and what we want.
Right.
We put our needs and our desires above the needs of the nation, above the needs of our people, man,
right.
Above what the Most High want, right? Yeah, go ahead and bring that out, man.
This book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Now check this out, man. The scripture said that Moses, when he came to years, there's a scripture in 1 Corinthians 13, man. At the end of the chapter, it says that when I was a child, I thought as a child. I reasoned as a child. You understand? But when I became a man, I put childish things behind me. If you're familiar with that chapter, is dealing with love, is dealing with brotherhood. When Moses had come to maturity, when he came to recognize brotherhood, you understand? He came to an understanding. You're not a man if you don't have brotherhood, man. You might be a man in physical age. You might have a beard. You might be a man in physical appearance, but you're not a man if you lack brotherhood, man. You understand? You're no man at all. All right. So the scriptures say when he had come to years, when he had come to reason as a man. Read again from the top.
By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
What do y'all think that means, man? I mean, when it says he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, man, what would have been the benefits of him being called the son of Pharaoh's daughter in Egypt? Any answers in the room?
Go ahead, sis.
Riches.
You goddamn right. Riches, right? Anybody else? Anybody? Go ahead, warrior.
Status and office.
Damn right. You understand? Status and office. But what's deep is this, right? Who was Moses really? It said he came to years and he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. If he had claimed to be Pharaoh's daughter, what would he have been claiming to be? An Egyptian, an African, right? But what was Moses' nationality? Go ahead, sis.
I was going to say my rulership. You said nationality. So.
No, but what was Moses' nationality?
It was us, Israel.
He was that's right, sis. He was an Israelite. And in particular, he was of the tribe of Levi, man. You understand? And see, this is the thing, man. Like, this is why identity is so important. Because identity is your compass. It lets you know who to align yourself with and who to separate yourself from.
Right.
Who to give your love to and who to hate. You understand? Who to serve and who to remove yourself from, man, and not give any of your energy or efforts or resources to, man. Identity does that. Because let's bring it to practical terms, to current times. Moses calling himself the daughter of Pharaoh is the same thing as us calling ourselves what? African American. Us calling ourselves Costa Rican, Puerto Rican, Mexican. You understand? Knowing your identity, knowing your nationality gives you direction. Because now, once you know who you are, and if you like us, we have the Holy Bible. What does holy mean? Separate. What does Bible mean? Biblios, records, set apart records. This is the set apart records of a set apart people. Now that we know our identity, we can go into our records and read about our people and read who loved us and who hated us. And like the priest brought out earlier, dealing with Psalm 83, all the nations conspired together and used and had crafty counsel to make the nation of Israel be no more. So now when you read that, okay, I'm an Israelite. Good night, I'm an Israelite. Okay, I got to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and I have enemies. Why would you then say, let me give my love to these other people who the scriptures say hate us and hate the Most High, man? Right. That makes no sense, man. You understand? Read it from the top again.
By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. I'm
going to tell y'all what being the son of Pharaoh's daughter meant. It meant that he could live how he wanted to live, he could eat what he wanted to eat, and he could sleep with whoever he wanted to sleep with. Why? Because they didn't have any laws, man. Now, had the Lord give Moses the law yet? No, not at this time. But you know what Moses had? He had his culture, man. He had his traditions, man. You understand? We had our oral traditions at this time. Jacob had passed on to the children of Israel oral traditions. We knew not to take on other women. We knew that we couldn't eat certain foods. You understand? We knew we couldn't just live any old kind of way. You understand? So Moses denying the identity of his oppressor, not envying his oppressor, not choosing any of his ways, meant he chose brotherhood. Meant he chose to love his people. Meant that he chose to serve his people, man. Keep reading.
Verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Read again.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Listen, man. When you choose to identify with your oppressor, you're not going to choose your people, man. You're not even going to give a goddamn about their suffering, man. You're going to ignore it because you identify with your oppressor. Identity is the most important thing. They make us feel like identity means nothing. Okay, I people say, okay, you're an Israelite. Okay, you believe in Christ, you're an Israelite. Okay, but that ain't going to get you into the kingdom. When Revelation 21 says that the 12 gates are named after the 12 tribes and have 12 angels.
Right.
Clearly, the Lord cares about identity.
Right.
The 144,000, 12,000 out of each of the 12 tribes. Clearly, the Most High cares about identity. He cares about who's who. So why shouldn't you? Right. Why should you let somebody else tell you that identity is not important? They trying to put you in a trick bag. Go ahead, priest.
No, real quick. And, these other nations,
That's a lot,
they have pride in who they are. You understand? The Chinese man, he's proud to be a Chinese man.
Right.
The Arab man, they're proud to be because they have their own culture. They have their own identity. And they're proud of that.
Right.
And so that's like the priest brought out. That's important. Because if it wasn't important, you wouldn't have these other nations, have so much pride in who they are.
Right.
And that's what we need. We would like, and us finding out that we're Israelites.
Right.
Now we have pride.
Right.
Because now we know our culture.
Right.
We know our ways. Listen, I'm damn happy, that the Most High chose to make me an Israelite. Right. I could have been an Edomite. I could have been a goddamn Moabite. You know what I'm saying? I could have been any of these, other nations.
Man.
But the Lord, saw fit to make me a child of God.
Man.
And now I have an opportunity to fight for salvation.
Right.
Because I'm going to tell you like this. You aligning yourself with these other nations, the only thing that you're doing is making yourself an enemy of the Lord.
That's right, man.
That's it.
Right. That's it, man.
Go ahead, preach.
Man, Most High Christ. I'll clap it up, man, for that, man. Real talk, man. That's heavy, man. You understand? Read that again.
choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Right, man. Moses had a choice, man. He could have been living it up in a life of luxury, man.
Right.
With his feet kicked up, you know what I'm saying, having as many Egyptian Hamite women as he wanted, man. You understand? But he chose, but because he knew his identity and he recognized that he, as Christ said, you can't serve two masters. I can't serve Pharaoh and serve my people. I can't be in Pharaoh's house and identify with the sufferings and the afflictions of my people. You understand? So he had to make a choice. And the same choice that Moses had, you know what I'm saying, 4,000, 6,000 years ago is the same choice that we as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have right to this day. When you see Hispanics with the great Make America Great Again hats on and talking about being an honest worker here in America and people need to come in here legally, and they know goddamn well that Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California were once Mexico, that's letting you know, man, they've identified with their oppressor, man. Right. They've chosen the riches of this country, and really they're not getting the riches, they're getting the crumbs. You understand? Part of being a nation, man, is like, as a nation, we subject everybody to us. You understand? Listen, man, building a nation is the most difficult process and thing in life. But once the nation is established, man, your kids benefit off of it, man. Yeah. Think about how many generations of white people have benefited off of them being the top nation, man. Man, they have kids, man, and they have what they call them trust funds, man. Right. The trust funds be having $4 million, man. And then their parents are making money currently. Got stocks with dividends paying them hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And listen, they take their kids out of school for 2 and 3 years to go yachting in France, man. To go, oh, you know what? I'm gonna take the kids out of school and I'm gonna just travel the world. I want them to get the experience of the world. And they'll go 2 or 3 years doing nothing but traveling and then come back. So have you decided what you want to do? What do we do with our kids? You better find a job. You better go to that goddamn McDonald's and put in an application. I'm saying, so we are oppressing our own kids and coming down on our kids to try to survive and making. You ain't gonna live in my house and I pay no bills. You finna find a job. Right. And it's tragic. And then sisters oppress they men because you don't love me. You ain't buy me no Birkin bag. You ain't get me no red bottoms. You ain't driving no Mercedes. You ain't getting to no money. The oppression of the white man causes us to turn on each other. We turn. That's why the scriptures say the curse says that the tender and delicate man among you will have an evil eye towards his brother. Right. Like Priest Gahan brought out. We pull out the pistol and walk a nigga down. So like you walk a brother down and book him for everything he got because we want to have a chain on and some jewelry on just to get a woman. Just to have a woman look in our direction. Right. You understand? Sisters will get on a pole and degrade themselves, man, and pop it on a handstand just to get some money, man, to feel like they have some self-worth. That's the riches of this hell. Right. The riches of this hell causes brotherhood to be destroyed, man. It turns us on each other, man. Priest, go ahead, Salaki. I know I was holding you up on your point, man.
No, Salaki. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just want to say real quick. Like what you brought out was heavy because you were saying that this oppression, their kids, you know what I'm saying, how they're able to, take, years and travel and things, of that nature. Right. They're able to do that because of you, because of the Israelites, because of black, Hispanics, and natives, because all the work that was done off of our back. Right. There are generations and generations that are able to do that because of us. Right. Now, just imagine if we was in a position to do it for ourselves. Right. The kind of generational wealth, that our children would have. So that was just heavy. What you saying?
I got to continue on with your point because what you're saying is so heavy because what is the Lord doing? See, we already know, man, that in the kingdom, they're going to be servants and handmaids. Yeah, right. Our sisters, listen, what do our sisters want? They want to be on a beach with their feet kicked up in a lawn chair with a pineapple and an umbrella and a drink, with their toes and nails done, not worried about nothing. Right. Watching their kids play in the sand, man. Right. You understand? Go back to the hotel, get a mimosa, eat good, come back down by the pool and chill again. Go shopping. That desiring you, princess, is not an evil desire. Because in the kingdom, you ain't going to have to do no laundry. You ain't gonna have to run in there and cook. You're gonna be like the restaurant owner saying, if this is the menu list, it better get done. And you're gonna have other nations doing the work for you.
Damn right.
But see, right now, in this current captivity, what Christ requires is for us to take our efforts and resources and use them amongst each other so we can benefit. Listen, I'm gonna use the analogy of a farm, right? On a farm, what makes the farm great? What makes the farm function and be successful? Anybody. If you don't know, it's cool. Anybody in the chat? Anybody monitoring the chat? Who? No, go ahead, priest.
The farmer.
Nah, not the farmer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't the farmer making the farm great. Go ahead. Because really, Kahan just brought it out. I'm just using a different analogy, but go ahead.
Is it the land?
Kinda, but
It's the niggas who working on the land.
But who? No, it's the cattle. The cattle eat and they graze on the property. They keep the grass low. You put the yoke on the cattle. He pulls the plow to where they can till the land. Right. You understand? He shits as he's Salakia. He defecates as he's walking, and that fertilizes the ground. What does the cattle produce? Milk, butter, meat. Who benefits off of the cattle? The farmer. Right. The cattle is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in America, man. Right. We produce the milk, the butter, the meat. You understand? We till the ground. You understand? We take the cow skin. We sell the hides. The cattle do. What were we called when we came into slavery? It was called chattel slavery, man. Right. You understand? We made America great. They talking about making America great again. We made America great. We made Egypt great. We made Assyria great. We made Babylon great. We made Persia great. We made Greece great. We made Rome great, man. So the Lord is saying, yo, stop serving your enemies. Separate yourself from them and make yourselves great, man. Because I called you to be the greatest people on the face of the earth, man. That's that Deuteronomy 7:6, man. Above all nations that are on the face of the earth, man. Take that love and that service that you give to your enemy, man, and give it to your brother. Give it to your brother, man. Right. Listen, man, when the Most High took the children of Israel out of Egypt, what did he have Moses tell Pharaoh? Hey, man, let us go for 3 days to go out and do service to our God. Mm-hmm. The Most High freed us from the bondage of Egypt, from slavery, to serve him, to love him. And the laws that he gave us was what? To love each other, man. Because you can't love the Most High, you can't serve the Most High unless you love and serve your brother, man. You understand? Is there any more on that Hebrew? Oh, no, go ahead, priest. Salakia.
No, Salakia, I just want to touch on what you said, how you brung out, how, it was called, shadow slavery. That's pronounced it right?
Shadow slavery.
Shadow slavery.
Right.
So when they say make America great again,
right,
they want you to be slaves again. You know what I'm saying? They want you again. They want you back in bondage. You understand? So they can make America great again off of your back. You understand?
Right. And so, like, if I could, priest, the bondage that we're in is our love for these other people, man. Our love for the oppressor. This Stockholm syndrome, man. That's the bondage, man. We know that he's a molester. We know that he raped us. Imagine a woman getting raped and having to live in the same house with her rapist, man. Having to go and bring him a plate and cook his food and then put a smile on her face. You understand? And he look at you and say, "What you got the mad face for? I let you have a room to sleep in." Listen, I did that to you, but get over it. That was a long time ago, girl. What you in your feelings for? Listen, man, make something out of yourself. Go clean them bathrooms. Go mow that backyard. Go plant that garden, and have my food ready at 7:30 p.m. That's what we're doing here in this country, man. We're trying to go along to get along, and we know that this bastard that's in front of us and his children, they owe us, man. Right. They owe us. Right. Y'all, go ahead, Sloggy, go ahead.
No, if I may, priest, it's just heavy because, when you touched on that Stockholm syndrome, they so-called released us from our slavery.
Right.
Separate from your slave master. You're free. Go.
Right.
And I think I'm going to stay here, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? I think I'm going to just stay here, you know, and work for Massa. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, damn, you right. That did happen.
damn right.
Because they ain't nowhere to go.
They ain't nowhere to go. So now we're still staying here, giving all our love to our slave master.
Right.
The one who raped, robbed, murdered, and is after 500 years is
Right.
still rape, robbing, and murdering us and trying to destroy us.
Right.
But because we suffer from that Stockholm syndrome 500 years later, we still want to go back and work for Massa. We still love Massa. You understand?
Right.
And that's why, you know, the Lord has raised up these priests and prophets in the Isupk under Commander General Yohana,
Damn right.
you know, to
Salaki, please.
no sweat to come back to our people and tell our people it's a better way.
It's a better way.
This is the way that listen. The Lord said that we are above all nations.
Right.
And we're sitting here being content with crumbs falling from Master's table.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The only thing, we don't have to gather up no weapons. We don't have to, you know, go out on no witch hunts, you know what I'm saying, and try to kill nobody.
Right.
Only thing the Lord requires of us is that we love our own people.
That's
and
it.
loving our own people will get us back ruling the whole world.
whole
you
world,
understand?
man. Good
And that's
night.
all we got to do is love our own people.
That's it.
You understand?
That's it, man. That's it. That's it. And why that's hard for us is because we want what we want right now, man.
Right.
That's why the Most High said that if you love the world, the love of the Father is not in you.
Okay.
Because the love that the Father have is for Jacob, the 12 tribes. If you want the love of the Father, love your people, man. You understand? He said it. Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. Love not the world. Because the end of the world is Esau, man. You understand? And the beginning of that which follows is Jacob, man. It's right there in the scriptures. You understand? The scriptures speak for themselves, man. All right? Is any more in that Hebrews?
Come.
Go ahead. The water.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God,
Right.
than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right. To enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. Because like we said, him identifying as Salaki, him identifying as Pharaoh's daughter would have gave him free license to do whatever he wanted to do. Why? Because the heathen don't have the law. The Lord didn't give the law to these other nations, man. He's never dealt with them. So the scriptures say, only you have I known. You know what I'm saying? Of all the families of the earth, man. You understand? The families of Jacob, that's who he dealt with, man. That's who he gave the oral tradition to in the culture of dealing with your own people, not choosing sisters from other nations to marry. You understand? Not eating certain foods. You know what I'm saying? The law of sacrifice, man. That was our culture. That was our traditions, man. You understand? So he knew that he could get away with it, being identified as Pharaoh's the son of Pharaoh's daughter. But he was like, nah, man, I'm not gonna enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. You understand? I'm about to go ahead and deal with my people. Keep reading.
Verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Now this is a heavy precept, man. Because a lot of y'all might be like, esteeming the reproaches of Christ. Read that again.
Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Man, this is heavy, man. Listen, man. You got to understand. Moses was raised up in Pharaoh's house. He saw everything that Pharaoh had, man. He saw all the power that Pharaoh had. And he also knew about what happened with Joseph. And the power that Joseph had, man. You understand? But he knew that dealing with the Most High, you understand, that what was coming, the kingdom that was coming, was worth more than whatever he could get in this present life, man. You understand? Like, listen, man. Read that one more time, because I'm about to get the precept to go with this, man.
Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
The reproaches of Christ. Let me ask you a question, y'all. How did Moses know about Christ? I'm asking y'all. Did Moses know about Christ? Go ahead. La. Is there any other answers out there? Sis? Huh? He didn't? Good. It's a lot of lies, priest.
Go ahead, Bon.
I would say yeah, because they spoke about it in Christ coming in Genesis, right? Chapter 49. So Christ come from the loins. It was something like that.
What's that precept of Moses? Did they speak? I mean, of
See, yeah, okay. I think Kahan on it, man. I'm trying to get it right now. Because this precept is heavy, man. Read it one more time, warrior.
Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Somebody else get me John chapter 5, verse 46, man. Esteeming the reproaches of Christ, read again.
Greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
The reproaches of Christ. Christ had to bear his cross and deny himself for a kingdom to come. Moses had to do what? He had to deny the riches of Egypt to establish the nation of Israel, a kingdom, man. You understand? Now let me ask y'all a question, man. We know who wrote the 5 books of Moses. Who wrote it? Moses wrote it, right? Now, we know in Deuteronomy 18:18, it's a prophecy about Christ, right? It says that there will be a prophet. In fact, give me that real quick. Deuteronomy 18:18, and then we'll go to John. Because I'm going to show y'all something, man.
What was that in John, you said?
John chapter 5,
John 5.
verse 46.
No sweat.
Amen. Yeah, I'm going to show y'all, man. Moses did know about Christ. You understand? He definitely knew about Christ. No, 5 and 46.
No sweat.
Yeah, 5 and 46. John chapter 5, 46.
And if I could,
Yeah, go ahead, priest.
I got another precept to what they talk about Christ too.
Right. You want to go ahead and bring it out now?
It don't matter. It don't matter. I can go after you.
Okay, no sweat. You got that Deuteronomy 18:18?
Come.
Go ahead and read that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 18, verse 18.
Uh-huh.
I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren,
Right.
like unto thee,
Right.
and will put my words in his mouth,
Right.
and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him.
Right.
19. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Right. So now we know that the Most High has never been on planet Earth. Okay. He uses the angels, the Elohim, as his representatives to communicate his messages. So when Moses was on the top of Mount Sinai and he was receiving the law, he was receiving the 5 books. It was the angels that was giving it to him, man. So the Most High gave the message of Christ to the angels, and the angels gave it to Moses. So Moses knew about Christ, man. That's why he was able to write about him, because he knew that he was coming.
Right.
The scripture said that Christ said that the prophets and kings they looked for him. They looked for his day.
Right.
They were aware of him, man.
Right.
Now give me John 5 and 46, man.
The book of John, chapter 5, verse 46.
Uh-huh.
For had ye believed Moses, ye would have believed me.
This is Christ talking, man. He said, had you believed Moses, you would believe me. Go ahead.
For he wrote of me.
The Moses wrote about him, man. Keep reading.
But if ye believe not his writings, how shall ye believe my words?
Right, man. Moses knew about Christ, man. He knew that the Most High was doing all of this to establish a kingdom. Listen, Moses wrote Deuteronomy 7 and 6, man. You understand? That if we keep his commandments, that we will be a nation above all nations upon the face of the earth. That means that you understand Moses just came out of Egypt. He just saw the Lord destroy the most powerful nation on the planet.
Right.
You understand? So when Moses took that step to follow the Most High, read that Hebrews 11 again, Salakia. I think that was verse 25. He knew what was coming, and we have that same choice right now. We live in the top nation on planet Earth, man. America. It's called the leader of the free world, man.
Right.
You understand? That's what they call the president of America, man. The strongest military, the most riches, man. Able to go to war like that. We have the same choice right now that Moses had. To either enjoy listen, the scriptures and revelations call America spiritual Egypt.
Right.
You understand? We have the same choice that Moses had right now.
Damn right.
You can either choose to have a career, right? To have that big house, that Mercedes Benz, you know what I mean? the Rolls Royce, the Wraith, all of that. You can choose to have that, or you can choose to have the kingdom, man.
Right.
Listen, when the Lord came to Moses, man, he didn't have nothing. He had a wife and some kids, man. And he could have been like, man, listen, man, I already got my wife, my kids, man. I'm cool, man. You know what I mean? The sister cool. I got some kids. I'm going to go ahead and just live my life in the desert and just do my thing. Nah, man. Moses had brotherhood, man. Keep reading that Hebrew Salakia.
Book of Hebrews, chapter 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Right.
Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of God.
Right.
Than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Right. When you sinning against the Lord, when you breaking the commandments, you can't choose your people because you're choosing yourself.
Right.
Keep reading.
Verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Christ greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
What does esteem mean? Esteem means to appreciate and respect. He respected the reproach. What is reproach? Reproach means shame or the pain, the suffering. He gave respect to the suffering of Christ. What Christ was going to eventually do through what he was doing, he placed more value on that than to what?
Than the treasures in Egypt.
Than the treasures in Egypt, man. And I'm going to tell you something, black man, his so-called black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, you got the same choice right now that Moses had, man. Are you going to esteem the reproaches of Christ more than the treasures of Egypt? To have them racks, you know what I mean? You know, I don't hear nothing because I'm talking to the money. You know, spreading the cash out on your arm. You know, throwing it up in the club, having your sister on the pole, popping it, throwing racks on her behind. Wouldn't you rather have a kingdom, man, where the heathens can't come into our communities and kill our children and kill our brothers and kill our uncles to go into our houses and shoot our grandmothers and shoot our sisters and our daughters? I just seen a video, man, where the police officer had 3 sisters in a Walmart handcuffed, and the ill part was the sister was an Israelite, man. She had the border of blue and the fringes on, man, and the police punched her in her face, man. And her son was sitting there, you know, he was take the badge off, take the gun off. But punched, either it was his auntie, his cousin, or his mother, and punched her dead in her face and pulled her leg up and had her panties in her box showing, man. Had her arm up and pulled her leg up and was showing her privates to everybody in the Walmart, man. And was beating on whoever her relative was, the sisters, man. And nobody did nothing. You think I want a Benz over being able to deal with them devils, man? And being able to protect my sisters, man? And give my life for my people? You think a Benz in a pool is gonna make me feel better about that?
Right.
Where's your love, man? Where's the love, man? Who do you serve? Where's the love, man? Who do you serve, man? The scriptures say that for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. The brother just read that he esteemed the reproaches of Christ more than the treasures of Egypt, man. Is your heart in Egypt? Is your mind in this house of bondage, in this slavery, in this hell, in this captivity that we're living in? Is that where your mind is at? Or is your mind on loving your brother, man, and serving your people, man? In the Isupk under Commander General Yohana, man, if you love your people, if you love your brother, man, come in here, man, and do your 90 days and get an all black, man, and learn how to serve, man. Learn how to love your people, man. Learn how to be a soldier. Get some discipline, man. And when I say discipline, I mean discipline in all areas, man. Discipline in your love. If you love everybody, bro, you don't love nobody.
Damn.
Salaki, go ahead.
Just real quick, I was going to say, like, you know, are you going to sell your soul to live in this kingdom?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or are you going to, you know what I'm saying, love your brother to fight for the kingdom of heaven? Because that's all it requires is love, you know? But like he just said, you know what I'm saying? Either you're going to, you know, sell your soul to live here, or you're going, you know what I'm saying, you're going to fight for the kingdom. Because, like, if you want to live in the world and be a soldier, you might as well come in this Isupk and be a soldier for the Lord.
Right.
You understand? Because you being a soldier in the world is going to bring you jail or death.
Or in Salakia. And what the brothers bring out is heavy because a lot of y'all is soldiers in your oppressor's army.
Right. That's
You only increasing. Listen, man. They got a movie out right now with what's Tyrese, Michael J. White, and some other brothers. Man, it's about a black tank division in Germany and how they took out mad Germans. Man, it's the same thing we heard about the what was it called the Air Force them pilots. Man, the Red Tails. Right, that black division of black pilots that took out mad German pilots in the war. What's it called? Yeah, the Tuskegee Airmen, but it was called Red Tail or something like that. I forget what the movie was called. But when you listen, man, when you go into the history of so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because I don't know if y'all know, the Native Indians, they used the Native Indians, their language. Because the Germans couldn't break their code in terms of like how they communicated, they used the Native Indians' language to be able to transmit messages in warfare. And it was a movie about that. It was with Nicolas Cage. And the Native Indians, they took our culture to win their war, to be able to transfer their messages and not have the enemy be able to break their code. They used our strength and our natural abilities because, like I say, whenever we do anything, man, we put salt on it, man.
Right.
We do it. We turn up with it, man. You understand? Listen, had us winning their battles and then had us eating garbage and eating in separate tents, like we was trash. Still having to use a black bathroom. And I'm gonna tell you right now that I'm in the truth, Most High in Christ, we should be separated from them because we're better than them. You understand? But they didn't have any respect for us and what we contributed, man. All we did was increase the reputation of America. So when it says that America beat Germany, who really beat Germany? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Us being in their wars gave them victory, man.
Right.
The same thing with in Rome. Y'all want to argue about Cornelius saying Cornelius was a white man? Right. Are you kidding me, man? Do we have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the military right now, serving in the military, doing exploits in the military? It's us. And like Priest Kahan said, man, we built this nation. We gave this nation this notoriety, man. There wasn't no other nation in the world that had 400 years of free labor, man, with textiles and shipping goods. Man, we gave them a head start on everybody, man.
I'm right.
Now imagine if we took that and turned it towards ourselves.
Right.
That's why the kingdom is going to be everlasting. Right. And it's not going to be left to other people, man. In the days of those kings, the Most High will set up and establish a kingdom that will consume and break up all other kingdoms, and it will be everlasting, man. It will reign forever and ever and ever, and it will not be left to other people.
Damn right.
Because under Christ, man, y'all can't even imagine, man. The scriptures say that it hasn't even entered into the mind of man what the Lord has prepared for those who love him, man. And if you love him, you love your people. Right. Salakia.
No, I just want to say real quick, Priest, all the wickedness that this oppressor has been doing to black, Hispanics, and Native Americans over 500 years, the wickedness that are going on today in 2021, right? And we still think that the devil is this red demon with horns and a pitchfork, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't even consider, you know what I'm saying, who the devil is on the earth right now. The scriptures say the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
Damn right.
Who on this planet has killed more people, destroyed, and stolen?
Right.
What race of people has done that?
Right.
You understand? So, it's really important, that we really wake up and open up our eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because, we're in a war. We're in a spiritual warfare, you know what I'm saying? And your greatest enemy, you know what I'm saying, is an enemy that you don't even know exists. You know what I'm saying? You don't even consider, who your enemy is.
Oh, you know he exists, but the Lord said love your enemy. You know he exists, but most I said love him. I gotta love him, man. If I want to go to heaven, man, and please Christ, I gotta love this devil.
And that just shows you how twisted Christianity is, because you'll say that that they tell us to love our enemy, but the scriptures also say what? Never trust thine enemy. You understand? So
God so loved the world, but love not the world.
Right.
God so loved the world, but Christ said, I pray not for the world.
Right.
Hey, you figure it out. I don't know. The Bible contradicts itself. You understand? I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
If I could,
Yeah, Most High in Christ. Go ahead, priest.
I just want to see how the Christian pastor can break that down.
He'll find a way.
Right.
He'll find a way.
Right. So now listen, man. We see that Moses, because he made that decision he chose his identity. Moses understood identity politics, man. You understand? Right? And because of that, you know what I mean? Really, the cold part about Moses is, man, he refused all that luxury living because he had brotherhood, man. He did it for the sake of brotherhood. Give me Exodus 2 and 11. Real fast.
Moses was a real nigga.
A real nigga. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know how to be a real nigga, you read about Moses. You know?
Real talk, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, he was the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, man. You understand? And left the mansion, man, and went back to the projects.
Right.
He went back to the projects, man, and went back to go help his people, man. But it's so deep because oppression, man, oppression is a powerful thing. Oppression, man, the way that it affects the mind, man, it's deep, man. It's deep. But you got that, priest?
What does the scripture say? Oppression with what?
Makes a wise man mad.
Yeah,
You understand? Yeah, we finna get into that. Yeah, go ahead, priest. Oh, Salah, get true, but I'm sorry, man. See? Yeah, man. Look, see, hey, look, man. Yeah. I perceive thou art a prophet. Yeah, something coming. Go ahead, man.
Exodus what?
Salah, chapter 2, verse 11 through 14. Baba Kashar.
The book of Exodus, chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown.
See, here we go again. When Moses was grown. This is going to let you know what makes you a grown man. Go ahead.
That he went out unto his brethren.
See? Listen, when you grown, you looking out to see about your brother, man. Listen, man, I got a powerful brother, man, named Officer Malakatia, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes, man, I'll be tucked away, man. This brother come out and look for his brethren, man. You understand? He come out to come find his brethren to see what the condition of his brothers is, man. He don't want to go a day without knowing the condition of his brothers, man. That's the love that the Isupk put in this priest, man. He had the same spirit of Moses, man. Read again.
And it came to pass in those days,
Right.
when Moses was grown,
Right.
that he went out unto his brethren.
Went out to his brethren. Go ahead.
And looked on their burdens.
And looked on their burdens, man. Listen, when you grown, you looking for your brethren, you looking for your sisters, and you seeing what they need.
Right.
When they express a need, your immediate thought is, man, how can I supply that need? How can I serve them? What can I do to serve them and to help them, man? That's brotherhood, man. If brotherhood is not what's on your mind, then what are you thinking about?
Right.
Read again, warrior.
And it came to pass in those days when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens.
Looked on their burdens, man. If you're not looking on the burdens of your people, man, then you're not really a grown man. Keep reading.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting in Hebrew.
See? He saw, listen, Moses had Pharaoh's house. He had servants, he had women, he had power. But he left all of that, man, to see about his people, to see about his brothers, man. And he spied an Egyptian doing what?
Smiting in Hebrew.
Smiting a Hebrew, man. Smiting his family. He saw a police officer beating up on a nigga in the projects, man. You understand? He didn't pull out. Well, of course they had no phones back then. He didn't just sit back and watch. You understand? He had love, and we know that we should love not in word but in deed. Moses took some action. Keep reading.
One of his brethren, verse 12.
Right.
And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian.
He said he looked this way and that way. He slid on his ops, man. And Moses knew his ops was the heathen.
Right.
In order for him to check on his brethren and to see the condition of his brethren and their burdens, he had to choose a side. He knew he couldn't serve two masters. He knew he couldn't love Pharaoh and be in Pharaoh's house and call himself the son of Pharaoh's daughter and then be able to help his brethren, man.
Right.
You got to choose, man. You can't do both. Keep reading.
And he slew the Egyptian.
He caught a body. You know what I'm saying? We quick to catch. We quick to go out here and ride on our ops, our enemies, right? We Crips and Bloods, but we all black people, man. We all Negroes, man. Right. Hispanics and Native Indians, man. MS-13, Serenos, man. You understand? We quick to bang Mexican mafia. We quick to bang on each other. But Moses was a real nigga. Came up out of the suburbs and saw his brothers getting oppressed and took this Egyptian out. And look, it didn't even say the Egyptian had an official title. Right. It said an Egyptian. That lets you know, man. Have y'all been watching these white folks, man, in these videos lately, man? I seen a video of this white man, talking to brothers going off, and he's like, "Hey, man, come to my house." You know what I'm saying? He's like, "You monkey nigger. Yeah, here's my address." And we showed up. We showed up, and the police had to escort him off of his property, man, to safety. I seen a video, man. The sister posted a video of a sister in Victoria's Secret, and all she had was her phone up. And this white devil dog female is screaming and collapsing on the floor. Man, had a straight, full manifested demon, man. Screaming in the same way they did back in the 1800s, man, when they would scream out, and then white folks would come and lynch us. He tried to rape me. She hit me. And they would grab us immediately and hang us from a tree and cut our throats and then go burn our house down and murder our children. Listen, this is how I know regeneration is real. What that sister did in that Victoria's Secret store to that sister, she did that in her past life. What would make a 20-year-old, 25-year-old woman fall down in the middle of a store and scream, hoping that people will come and look at her in that condition and come in and take a black person and do something to them? Right. That spirit that's in her, she remembers. She remembers her authority in this kingdom. That's why when we say kings and queens shall be thy nursing fathers and thy nursing mothers, and we say that white people are the kings and queens of this earth, because it don't matter if you have official title, you queen, what's the Queen of England? I don't remember her name. The Queen of England, or whether you're President Donald Trump. If you're a regular white man driving in a Jeep Cherokee, you're a king on this earth. Mm-hmm. You can invoke your people to come and hurt my people, and my people will never receive a fair trial or justice, man. Right. You can call the police and get us murdered. And this white devil woman knew that. Go ahead, priest.
Salaki, sir, if I may, that's so heavy what the priest is bringing out, because it's like the same spirit that she crying out in agony.
Right.
So everybody look on that black sister to try to provoke her to say that she did something wrong. That was the same thing that got our brother Emmett Till killed. Right. And robbed and beat to a pulp because Edomite cried out that he did something to her and she lied.
And you know what was so crazy in the video, priest? A Puerto Rican woman was over there trying to comfort the white woman and telling the black woman, stop recording her. Just leave her alone. Just let her go. Let it be. And the woman she'll scream and fall and then get up and try to hit the sister. And then look, the police show up and say, listen, we can't arrest her. We can't force her to leave the mall. She hasn't committed a crime. You understand? But let that sister have put hands on that white woman. Mm-hmm. She would have ended up like them sisters in that Walmart, man. And y'all out there mad because they kiss a boot. Man, that's the least of their worries and concern, man. That's the least they can do. That's nothing. You understand? After 500 years of rape, robbery, murder, lynching, and slavery, a boot kiss is what plays y'all. That's not right, man. Y'all in the wrong spirit. Y'all need to wait till the kingdom. Listen, the kingdom does not come with observation, man. Oh, the kingdom of heaven is within you, man. Go ahead, priest.
Salakia. You know what's heavy about that? Hearing all these goddamn comments about a boot kiss. We don't force nobody to kiss our boots. Right. We read the scriptures and we tell them, you know what I'm saying, if they are truly apologetic for what their forefathers have done, right, that the scriptures tell them to kiss our boots. We don't force nobody to kiss no boots. So how the hell y'all gonna get mad at us for someone doing something willingly? Right. That shit is Salaki. That's asinine, Salaki.
Hell yeah, it is. Go ahead, sis.
Can you bring that scripture out for you about the kissing of the boots?
No sweat. That's Isaiah 49:23. When you say bring it out, you want us to read it?
Oh man, can I get the scripture?
Oh, Salaki, Isaiah 49:23. No sweat, sis. Is there any more on that, man? With the Exodus 2?
Come.
If you could, Baba Kishar.
He slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. 13.
He buried that body.
Salaki, go ahead. Moses, man, real nigga.
And when he went out the second day, behold,
This is the next day. He caught the body, buried the body. Right, go ahead.
behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
Okay, he came across 2 brothers in a scuffle. All right, go ahead.
And he said to him that did the wrong, wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Keep going.
14. And he said, who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
Good night. So now check this out, man. He see 2 brothers in an altercation, and to the brother who was in the wrong, he was like, "Yo, man, why are you hurting your brother?" Man, think about the brotherhood Moses had, man. He wouldn't listen. He don't do like how we do in the projects, man. We shoot each other and kill each other, but when the white man come, when the police come, everybody run, man.
Right.
But we'll take our own brother out. We quick to want to fight our brother, but let the white man pull up, man.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? Brothers start scattering like roaches, man. You understand? But Moses was a real nigga. He did the opposite. He seen that white man, or Salaki, he seen that oppressor, that African take out his brother. He took him out. Now, is that what we should do? No. You understand? Because the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, man. You understand? Vengeance belongs to the Lord, man. The Lord is going to designate the time for that. You understand? Right now, we under orders, man. And now we do believe in self-defense. We're not Christians. You understand? But we don't break the peace if the peace is not broken. You understand? But the point is, Moses in Brotherhood did what he did.
Right.
You understand? And then when he saw his brothers, he tried to bring peace to his brothers. He took out his oppressor and tried to bring peace to his brothers, man. We take out our brothers and then seek peace with our oppressor. You understand? Go ahead, priest.
If I may, real quick, priest. I was watching a documentary earlier, and it was one of our brothers. He was a gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they asked him, was he ever scared of the things that he was doing? And he said, no, I was never scared of the things that I was doing. He's like, I wasn't scared to kill a brother man, but I was scared of the other man.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? He said he wasn't scared to kill a brother, but he was scared to deal with the white, with the oppressor and his system. You know what I'm saying? Of his judicial system.
Right. Good.
And that's just heavy if you think about that. He said, I'm not scared to kill a brother man, but I'm scared of the other man.
Good.
And that's exactly what you bringing out, you know what I'm saying, in regards, to Moses. You know what I'm saying? I just want to touch on that.
And listen, man, Moses having the mindset to take that Egyptian out is because he knew he had a good understanding of identity politics, man. Right. He knew his identity, man.
Right.
You understand? Keep reading, man. He said, how did they respond to Moses?
Intendest thou to kill me as thou killedest the Egyptian?
Now, what's deep about this is this. What's heavy, man. The cold part is that Moses came up out of Pharaoh's house. He had the power to be a coon, right? But he left all that and did some real nigga shit. So like he took the path of brotherhood and took the Egyptian out that hurt his brother, and then went to his brothers and tried to bring peace between them. Right. And the brother who was fighting his brother, who was living under that oppression, was like, "Who made you a prince and a judge over us?" Right. Right. Keep reading.
Intendest thou to kill me?
He looking at Moses like, "You gonna kill me?" He didn't even understand the spirit that Moses was in.
All right. Because
guess what? That brother who was fighting his brother envied his oppressor.
Right.
He saw that he seen the Egyptians hurting us every day. And for him to have a sense of power, he felt like I'm gonna be like my oppressor and do the same thing. I ain't gonna be a nigga that get stepped on. I'm a step. I see them stepping on my people, I'm gonna step on my people too. Right. And get some recognition. That's all we doing, killing each other in these streets, man.
Exactly.
We envying our oppressor. We choosing his ways, man. And Moses did the exact opposite. He chose brotherhood, man.
Exactly.
But like I say, man, when you chasing this dream, this American dream, you're letting everybody know that you're asleep. You're letting everybody know you're asleep. Oh, I want to achieve this. I want to do this, man. I'm chasing my dreams. You asleep. You letting us know that you asleep, man. Yeah. But the scriptures say, awake to righteousness, man. Awake to the law, man. Awake to the law and statutes and commandments that was given as a culture for our people, man, to restore us as a nation. The Lord said he'll make a man more precious than fine gold. Right. This brother right here, man, these priests in this room, this sister sitting here in this room, man. Listen, man, the Lord has made us fine gold and rubies, man. Right. You understand? Because we've chosen, man, to serve our people, love our people, and choose the Most High, man. That's right. And deny ourselves, man.
Yeah, I'm right.
So we automatically get a rank raise off of that. You understand? Just off of that, just off of loving our people and directing our love towards our own people, yeah, we get authority off of that. Because we're here to serve. We're not taking the authority and the power to hurt our people. We want to heal our people, man.
Damn right.
You understand? Salakia. Dang, man. Oh yeah, and the priest brought the precept out. If you can give me that Ecclesiastes 7:7. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can bring that out. You know what I'm saying? Not Ecclesiasticus, Ecclesiastes 7:7. Should be after Proverbs.
I got you, sir.
Most High in Christ.
Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
If you see what's going around you in your neighborhood, you see what's going on in this country, man, what's happening to our people, and you're not mad, you're not upset, you're not wise. You're foolish. You know what I'm saying? Moses kept his anger. He went to see the condition of his brethren, and that anger caused him to attack the oppressor and to try to save and help his brothers, man. He kept his anger, man, and that anger helped him to know who to love and who to hate, man. You understand? Keep reading.
Walk on. And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right, like Nick Cannon, man. He's out there telling our people one day that we the true Israelites, Salaki, and who the fake Jews are, and then his production deal come into play, and the Jews start shutting stuff down. They take him off of Wilding Out. Right. You understand? And I think he had some production deals with some other companies, man. And then he went on a tour with the fake Jews, trying to on a tour of understanding, and go and visit in the Holocaust Museum. Man, they made you bow down and kiss boots, Nick Cannon, because a gift destroyed the heart, man. That gift is the gift that Moses refused. The riches, you understand, the recognition and the acknowledgement of the people that hate us, man. You are the true Jew, but you want to go on a tour to make the fake Jew who took your culture and identity, to make him feel comfortable. So you can have your $60 million production deal? A gift destroys the heart. The heart is the mind.
Right.
You took that check over your integrity, your mind is destroyed. And now, I don't know if you know, man, y'all seen Nick Cannon's new woman? Sis, I know. You understand? I know. And a dog at that. A skinny Salakia. Go ahead, priest. Salakia.
But you know what's heavy, what Moses did is, one, it was heavy, that he stood up for his people, you know what I'm saying, over his oppressor.
Right.
But the other thing that was heavy about it is he did it for a brother he didn't even know. He didn't know these brothers from a can of paint. Right. But because he knew, like General Yohana said, because you're a black man like me, because he was a black man like Moses stood up for that brother. Right. You understand? And that just what makes that, you know what I'm saying, just a double portion of heavy right there.
Right. You understand? Because Moses had a clear understanding of identity politics, man. You understand? Like he knew, listen, man, these ain't my people, these are my people, and we don't have no power. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you something, man. If the only power you want comes from your oppressor or the person that has their boot on your neck, then you don't want no power. You want to lick boots, man. You understand? We want our boots kissed. That's what we want. We want the power. We want every other nation to bow down, man. You understand? We out here taking ground for Christ, man. You understand? The kingdom don't come with observation, man. The scriptures say in the days of those kings, a kingdom will be set up, that the saints will take the kingdom, man. We're not waiting for Christ to come back. We're taking ground right now. So when he shows up, as a matter of fact, Christ said that I've come to kindle a fire. But would it be if when I return, the fire is already lit? Imagine that, man. You go to the store to go get some charcoal, right, and some lighter fluid, right, because it's time to barbecue. Like, man, it's gonna be a whole bunch of brothers and sisters over, man. I gotta get this food ready. And you come back and your brother's already there, and the flame is up, blame. You like, God damn. Good night. I went to get the charcoal, and it's lit already. You understand? Everything's already set up and ready to go. That's what Christ wants, man. He's not waiting for us to be sitting back twiddling our thumbs. And then he show up and say, okay, go do this, go do that. Now I'm here. I'm gonna do everything. Y'all not soldiers, man. Y'all don't want to be rulers in the kingdom, man. Y'all just want to be participants in the kingdom, man. Go ahead, Salaki, sir.
No, real quick, it's just heavy what you're saying. I just want to touch on it real quick because, Christianity will teach us, that we waiting on the Lord to come back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we're not waiting on the Lord to come back.
Right.
The Lord is waiting on us so he can come back.
Right.
The Lord is waiting on us to get ourselves in order. You understand?
Right.
The Lord is waiting for us to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
So we're not waiting on the Lord to come back. The Lord want to come back and take us up out of this hellhole. He probably been sitting up there, just anxious, just ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because of us still living in our wickedness, it's grace and mercy that he's shown us because he hasn't came back. That still gives us a chance to get it right with the Lord.
Real talk.
That still gives us an opportunity because if he would have came back, there's no telling, how many of us, would have been, killed along with our oppressor in these other nations.
Real talk.
So we're not waiting on the Lord. The Lord is waiting on us. And then we need to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. Come back to our culture. Come back to our one true living God so we can go ahead and get this kingdom.
Right.
Salaki.
No sweat, man. And like I said, man, Moses had a clear understanding of identity politics, man. Right now, man, what's the main thing on the table here in America right now, American society? Identity. What you identify as. You got grown men identifying as 13-year-old girls, man. You understand? Like Captain Yatazak said, man, you 6'6", 245 pounds in heels, tearing up the concrete, talking about my name. My name is Jill.
Right.
Call me Jill. No, nigga, Salaki. No, man, your name is Jack. Bruh, you understand? You done turned them 6-inch heels to nubs, man.
Right.
Your feet busting out the sides, brother. You know what I'm saying? What you talking about? And what's crazy is you're insane. You have a mental disorder, and you want me to participate in your insanity, man.
Right.
You understand? And I feel this in the same way how I feel about the cross-dresser or the trans male or whatever like that. That's how I look at the fake Jew. You call yourself the Jew, you understand? When the scriptures clearly let it be known that the Jews were a people of color, man.
Right.
The Bible states specifically who the Israelites were, man. You understand? We have the archaeological evidence, man. We have the history and the facts to back up that the so-called black Hispanic and Native Indian is the true Jew. But you call yourself a Jew because you converted back in the 1600s in Khazaria, you know what I'm saying, between the Byzantine Empire and the Ottoman Empire, the white Muslim and the white Christian. And because you didn't want to submit to neither kingdom, you converted to Judaism, so you wouldn't have to be subject to either kingdom. And then you carried on our traditions, our culture. You a culture vulture, stole our culture, and then now you want me to participate in your insanity and call you the Jew. No.
They identifying as black men.
You identifying right. You identifying as a black man, as a Hispanic man, a Native Indian man. Right. No, man. I'm not going to participate. Priest, please.
That's the scripture you brought out earlier today in James chapter 1 verse 6.
Right.
Double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
Right. Like I can't say that you're the, like, I was on Clubhouse and this fake, this Jewish man was talking about, listen, man, okay, I can accept that y'all are the true Jews, but don't, just because I can accept that, don't tell me that I'm not. No, brother, we can't coexist. Right. If I'm the true Jew, then you the fake Jew. It ain't no peace, man. It ain't no getting around that, man. I'm not finna work with you.
Right.
Bro, you the fake. You gotta listen, man. I know who you are. The scriptures say who you are, man.
Right.
You understand? But I want to bring out this article real quick, man. This is the article. Oh, you got it? Oh, Most High in Christ, pre. This is the article about a system, man. You know what I mean? A powerful system, man. And right now, Sha'Carri Richardson and, you know what I mean, Naomi Osaka, a lot of our sisters are going through it as athletes, man. You know what I mean? Dealing with the oppression of, you know what I mean, of this goddamn devil. But this particular, now, like I say, I give respect to Sha'Carri Richardson and Naomi Osaka, man, because they all trying to stand up in the face of this devil. You understand? But this sister right here, man, she did something that was very powerful, man. You understand? She was using her identity politics, man, to the best of her advantage. And what do I mean by that? Moses, even though he had that position, he used what he had to benefit his people.
Right.
You understand? And that's the difference, man. That's why I said, where's the love? Who do you serve? When you know who you are, when you identify with who you really are, you know who to give your love to, you know who to serve. You know what I'm saying? If you could, please.
No sweat. This is an article from CBSNews.com.
Right.
Olympic hammer thrower Gwen Berry responds to backlash after she turns away from the U.S. flag during the national anthem.
Listen, man, let me tell you, man. A lot of our sisters out here, man, they and it's unfortunate because the warfare is for us. But a lot of these sisters, man, they having the heart and the courage, man, to stand up and represent for our people, man, like that virtuous sister Judith. You understand? Like Susanna, man. They willing to stand up for their people and for the love of their people. So, like, keep reading.
Hammer thrower and activist Gwen Berry has received fierce backlash after she appeared to turn her back to the American flag as the national anthem was being played at the U.S. Olympic trials over the weekend.
Right.
Berry, who famously protested during the anthem in the 2019 Pan American Games, caught attention for turning her body toward the stands and away from the flag as the Star Spangled Banner was playing at the trials in Eugene, Oregon on Saturday.
Now, while Gwen Berry was doing this in Oregon, and you know Oregon ain't nothing but a bowl of milk. You understand? She wasn't nothing but a drop of Hershey and a bowl of milk, man. You understand? While she was doing that, y'all was barbecuing on July 4th.
Good night.
And launching fireworks. Because you identify with your oppressor.
Right.
Gwen Berry knows where her love needs to go. She knows what's going on, man. She's operating in clear identity politics, man. But because you identify with your oppressor, because you identify with the people that hate you, you wearing Star Spangled Banner swimsuits to the pool party and launching fireworks, man. Salaki, keep reading.
If I may, before I
Most High Christ,
you
sir.
know what's heavy about that is because it's already it has already came out that there are racist lyrics in the Star Spangled Banner.
Real talk.
And this oppressor is so much of a devil that now that you know there's racist lyrics in the Star Spangled Banner, he still expects you to stand up there, you know what I'm saying, and salute the flag.
Yeah.
He still expects you to show reverence towards, you know what I'm saying, the United States flag.
Right.
Salakia.
No. Most High in Christ, but that's heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. Like, listen, they don't have no shame about having us under their boot.
Right.
They ain't got no shame about it. And we ain't got no shame about loving our people.
Right.
Go ahead.
Toward the end of the song, she put a black t-shirt with the words activist athlete on her head.
Listen, man, she didn't use her abilities and talents for herself. She used it as a stepping stone and a platform to express the plight and suffering of her people, man. This is a righteous sister, man. You understand? This is a stand-up sister, man. And she should be applauded, man. You understand? For her efforts. Keep reading, Salakia.
Kinda. Her competitors, Deanna Price, who won first place, and Brooke Anderson, second place winner, put their hands over their hearts and faced the flag.
As they should. It's their nation.
Of the anthem, she drew ire from some conservative voices. Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw said Monday that Berry should be removed from the team.
You see that? You see that? Oh, she dared to have to express the plight and suffering of her people and turn her back on the flag. Man, that flag flew while we was in slavery, man.
Right.
That flag flew while we was getting our backs beat with whips, man. That flag flew while we was being hung from trees, man. That flag flew while our sisters were being pulled into barns and raped, man. And they had husbands. We didn't have no marriage ceremonies. We had a jump a broom in a slave cabin, man. While our kids sat there with dirty rags on eating watermelon.
Right.
That was our dessert, man. We didn't have no cake, man. You understand? We had chitlins and watermelon, man.
Right.
Go ahead, Salaki, priest.
Salaki, if I may, you know, them, you know, forcing us, you know, to give respect to this flag
Right.
should be a hate crime.
Right. Good night, man. No, clap it up for that, bro. I'm sorry.
You understand? But again, this oppressor is so much of a devil, you know what I'm saying? They will say that we are the ones saying hate speech for the crimes that they commit.
Right.
And that's just backwards, you
That should be a
understand?
hate crime.
Damn right. Damn right it should be a hate crime, Salaki.
No, keep reading.
All right. While sharing an article of the incident, Senator Ted Cruz tweeted, "Why does the left hate America?"
Nah, man, listen, if you
Good
man,
night.
listen, let me tell you something, man. Listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. He being funny, right? He want to attribute her cries of injustice to being on the left-hand side of the politics of America. But we know in the truth, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's left wing or right wing, we still getting shitted on by the same bird, man.
Right.
You understand? We know that. Either side of the wing, it's the same eagle taking a dump on us, man.
Right.
And we know that eagle is Edom, man. It's the white man. Whether it's the left side of the politics where you're dealing with Bill Gates and putting abortion clinics in our communities, or it's on the right hand where you're denying us loans to get homes and you trying to reduce the welfare for our sisters to be able to feed our children.
Right.
You understand? And you creating school to prison pipelines where you setting up, where you investing in prisons, but then you're investing in these record companies that pump out the music to make our brothers want to go out and pick up guns and murder each other, so you can lock them up and have them in prison to fund your kids' trust fund.
Right.
Left or right, y'all both wicked. See, with the Lord, his left and right is, you know, he don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. It's on some, I'm finna test you from the left hand side to see if you really on the right.
Right.
You understand? But it's all the Lord. But y'all are the wicked, man. Your left and right is wicked, man.
Right.
You understand? Salaki, if you could, keep reading.
No sweat. Former Republican presidential candidate, ex-Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker also tweeted, also blasted Barry on Twitter. "What is wrong with people?" he wrote. "Growing up, everyone stood for the American flag. Didn't matter your politics, race, sex, income, religion. Everyone stood for the flag. It was one of those civic rituals that brought us together. It still should today."
See? That brought us together. You have to come together with your rapist. You have to come together with your murderer. You have to come together with your child molester, man. You have to come together with the person that beats on you every day and smile like everything's okay, man. Listen, I recommend this show for you. Hey, Caucaside, was the name of that show Them?
Come.
Y'all, for you brothers and sisters, all right, I think it's on, I don't know, was it on Netflix or was that on Amazon? Listen, if you get a chance to get the series Them, you need to go watch that, man. Whoever created that show, that series, that movie or series, they are all the way in tune with the spirit about what we go through as black people, having to come out of our homes every day and try to keep our head up in this wicked ass culture where we're living with, as Officer Karab would say, psychopaths, man.
Right.
This goddamn white man is telling us to stand up and you murder my grandfather.
Right.
You put my uncle on the railroad tracks and ran his head over with a train, man. You drug my cousin up out of his house in the bed when he was asleep because some white woman said that he whistled at her, man. And you cut off his rod and put his balls in his mouth, man. And threw him in a swamp, man. And they drove by us and said, "Hey, watch yourself. Behave yourself, niggas." But we supposed to pledge allegiance? Nah, man, we pledge destruction, man.
Right.
You understand? We pray for the fall, man, of this wicked kingdom, man.
Right.
We pray for the return of our king, man, to destroy this place, man.
Right.
Salakia, if you could.
No sweat. Barry responded to the criticism on social media saying people's comments show they rally patriotism over basic morality.
Over what?
Basic morality.
What does the white man lack?
Basic morality.
What does no heathen have?
Basic morality.
What did the Lord give blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
Basic morality.
Yeah, man. The laws, statutes, and commandments, that's our morality. That's why we have compassion on our people, man. That's why we have love for our brother, man. That's why we show brotherhood, man. Because the Lord gave us, our culture is morality, man. That's what your enemy don't have. You want to love somebody who has no morality. How can I bring somebody around my family in my house if they don't mind molesting children?
Right.
How can I love them? If they feel like it's okay to rape a 14-year-old girl, how can I bring them around me? How can I bring somebody around me who looks at my wife and wants to sleep with my wife, man?
Right.
If they lack morality, where can we have? The Bible says, how can two walk together unless they be in agreement?
Right.
What does your oppressor agree with you on?
Right.
And you got to give up your morality to agree with him.
Right.
Man, this sister should be applauded, man.
Damn right.
And somebody need to give her a flyer and get her in touch with Commander General Johanna and General Mahaiman, man.
Damn right.
If you can keep Salaki, you keep reading.
No sweat. Rally patriotism over basic morality.
Right.
And the commercials, statements, and phony sentiments regarding black lives was just a hoax.
A hoax, man. They don't care about us. They don't love us. Black lives don't matter, man.
Right.
You understand? If they did, you wouldn't have to say it. Keep reading.
No sweat. I never said I hated this country, she said in another tweet. People try to put words in my mouth, but they can't. That's why I speak out. I love my people.
Gwen Berry loves her people, so she knows what to identify as, man. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, Salakia. The whole point of this brotherhood class, man, and lesson is, man, is that where your love is at, man, is who you're gonna serve, man. And you can't love two masters, man. You understand? Moses understood that. Christ understood that. And the priests and prophets and the Isupk and the Commander General, we understand that, man. And we want our people out there, man, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, to stop giving your love to those that hate you, man.
Damn
You know what I'm
right.
saying? The Lord ain't asking you to do that, man. The Lord is asking you to love ye one another, man.
Right.
You understand? And that's what brotherhood is about. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if there's no questions in the chat, no questions in the room, oh, go ahead, priest.
No, I just want to say one thing because this was heavy. That last statement that said regarding black lives was just a hoax. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This oppressor is so much of a goddamn devil.
Right.
You know, the fear of a black, mother, the fear of a black father, you know what I'm saying? Having that fear of their kids leaving the house and don't know if their children are going to make it home is a hoax. That fear is real. And you can ask any black, mother, black father,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Black sister, black brother, if that fear is real.
Having to have the conversation with your kids. Listen, man, when you go out, you deal with the police, man, agree quickly. Don't give them no feedback. Agree quickly. Call us, get out the way. Because we know goddamn well, man. Listen, man, what was that? The story about the brothers that was at the gas station or the little corner store park, and they had the music up, and the white man put out the gun and shot into the car and killed them in the car, man.
But that's a hoax.
You understand?
Our fear is a hoax to them. That should just let you know how much, of a goddamn devil that's so pressure. Our fear is a hoax to them.
In Atlanta, a sister is driving. She switches the lane. Maybe she didn't use her turn signal. The white man get out the car. He was an off-duty police officer and shot into her car. Her baby was in the back seat. We dealing with psychopaths, man. We dealing with devils, man.
The amount of deaths. Let's just take the last 2 years. The amount of deaths of black people by police is a hoax. It didn't really happen. It ain't real. And don't get us wrong, because, it always come up, what about black people killing black people? Listen,
Right.
We're not condoning anyone killing black people.
Right.
You understand? But blacks killing blacks is a crime.
Right.
Other nations killing blacks is an act of war. You understand?
Y'all clap it up for that, man.
And that's what we have to realize, you understand? We're not condoning the killing, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, right. Well, you hear us speak, today you have been hearing us speak out about our brothers killing each other.
Right.
And saying how, you know what I'm saying, it's wrong.
Right.
But how are we, like the brother brought out, how can two walk together lest they be agreed? We can't walk together with our oppression because we don't agree with y'all killing us.
Right.
We don't agree with y'all oppressing us.
We don't agree with y'all trying to take our identity and give us yours, man.
So we can't walk together,
we
you know
can't,
what I'm
man.
saying?
You know what I mean?
That's why it's so important, you know what I'm saying, for us to continue to come out here and teach y'all and tell y'all that we need to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
And keep the brotherhood, man.
And listen, the greatest commandment, Salaki, was the second greatest commandment. The second greatest.
Right.
And love your brother as yourself.
Right.
That's how we're going to getting shot by this oppressor.
Right.
Because once we start to love each other and stay people to come and kill us.
That's right.
You know, Salaki.
That's right. Nah, man. And with that, man, if there's not any questions in the room, anybody?
It was a brother in the chat.
Right.
Like Rob, he asked, why did Moses part the water?
Part of the waters, man, because I'm assuming he's talking about the Red Sea. He parted the waters because that was the way of escape that the Lord chose for the children of Israel to leave out from Egypt. You know what I'm saying? The Most High gave him the order to do that. Moses was a man, he was a soldier. Moses was the leader of a nation, but he was a soldier. You understand? He followed orders, man. The Most High gave him the order to raise up his staff and split the waters that the children of Israel would cross over on dry land to the other side. And then when the Egyptians came in behind them, the Lord closed the waters over the Egyptians and he destroyed the entire Egyptian army with Pharaoh in the Red Sea. So that was the method of deliverance for the Egyptians and the destruction for our enemies, those dirty Hamite Africans. You understand? And we are not Africans, man. We are the Negroes, man. You understand? We are not the same, man. And real quick, give me Exodus 11:7, and we're gonna close out on that. So, brother, I hope that answered your question. I'm sorry if we got to that too late. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Exodus chapter 11, verse 7.
Right.
But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue.
Right. The dogs are the heathens, man. They're the beasts of the field, man. They're these other nations. The Lord is saying, a heathen, a dog can't speak against any of the children of Israel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're of a different class, man. We're first class citizens, man. The rest of y'all are third class citizens, man. You're not even second, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You a carpet to step on. Go ahead.
Come against man or beast.
Right.
That ye may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians.
Nah, he said we the same.
But difference between the Egyptians.
Nah, we was all created equal.
Difference between the Egyptians.
Because you are African and I'm a Negro, we both black, we both got the same afflictions, we both got the same cause.
Difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Right, man. The Lord put a difference between us. A lot of you Africans, it's the white man's plan. You know, y'all, you gotta look at the bigger picture. We all black. We all suffer oppression from the white man. Yeah, the white man oppresses every nation on the planet. We know that. But guess what? Y'all come to our neighborhoods and oppress us too. All you other nations, man. You understand? You just at a different level on the totem pole. All right. So you know what I'm saying. I hope that answered your question. If there ain't any more questions, with that, we're gonna pass it over to Trooper Kalkazar for the security announcements. Hey, Salaka, can one of y'all cut off that air, man?
These are the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK star 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, a teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and in Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Ma'ashara means tenth in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund is a frugal offer for priests. It's not mandatory. It's whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We have the memorial of blowing of trumpets, the first day of the 7th month, Monday, the 6th of September, 2021. Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 and 25. Remind Akim Akwaki to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And this concludes the Isupk security announcements.
All right, with that, we're going to give a courtesy salute to the brethren, you know what I'm saying, to the sisters, man. So, Amajim, that means to stand. All right, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Salaki, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahshar Barakatah, Yazmatar, Asar, which means the turn. All right, salute the sisters, men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Atam Ba'Shem Yahshar, Yazmatar. All right, dismissed. All right, clap it up, man.